Anyways, this is the Royal Navy Class Resolution Police Muslim sub.
I'm surprised you haven't looked up.
Holy shit, that's actually something. Anyway, this sub and many other subs at the time are mostly used in order to see enemy radar systems such as subs or ships. They also practice missiles and torpedoes used in order to hit these ships. They are mostly known in order to self-flee attack and destroy enemy ships to the destroyers and other things. And not only that, but over there is actually the test missile from
Guys, read the information on the
test missile.
As Soviet air defenses improved, the delivery system became more modern.
Not only that, but this test missile made it so that it was quite simple about missile way, as that it was a ship, or what I believe is one massive missile filled with fuel and jets designed in order to attack critical spots. In fact, this is the Ikara, especially launched from a ship because it was so heavy. Kind of looks similar to a little to a rocket that goes to space. And that it was made by the Soviet Union in order to blow up ships and like that, but also had heavier cargo and heavier things designed in order to penetrate and make the ships leak even more fuel and make sure that they could actually drown the ship, basically killing all the crew members in the process. Over here we have the Lockheed Polaris A3, busy with the ballistic nuclear missile. It was carried by the UK, and 3 major missiles were carried for their primary target, that is to blow up shit. Here's some more shit that they use.
Great.
And this is the BMP-1, that is the Army Personnel Carrier that was designed with it. Not only that, but it also had a small gun designed for light tank inbounds and not that, but used in order to attack some lights. Due to that, it's made so that it's light and the inside is quite cramped. As you see, it's mostly used in order to transport soldiers into heavy warfare territories. No, it has seats there, and in the front there's actually the driver's seat with a little gun up top designed in order to attack anyone who literally decides to block the ship. It's not only that, we have this for the 980, for the regiments, and we have the Aeron Terrence. This is the Scorpion, and this was actually designed in order to just camp in bushes and attack opponents when they're not expecting it. Mostly designed in order to attack around the back with this guns to attack all weak spots that will be around the side or the back. We have outsides or the back. We have the Terrence. Basically a light tank on wheels, literally designed in order to slightly traverse through places. And see, it was supposed to be designed as an armoured personnel vehicle. Has jerry cans and also a light.
Not to get any students.
Yeah, but the A1 Terrence, this was actually made for also attacking light tanks and also other light military personnel were actually moving around. Quite good, but it also has light armour, and trust me, light armour ain't actually good when attacking the main battle tank. I don't think it's almost used behind the Allied forces in order to defend their own property. Speaking about planes, there's actually a bomber plane designed in order to carry large payloads, in order to bomb, to actually bomb enemy targets. Due to this massive size, it made so that it had a lot of horsepower. But however, it was actually enough so that they designed jets in order to carry much more heavier payloads and at much more faster targets. The main disadvantage is that they're low movability, as that they can dodge any cannons or machine guns firing. The Spitfire. This is what happens when the Spitfire wants to become a bomber. Quite literally. Because it has Spitfire engines, but 4 of them. The other one has a basic cockpit, and it's mostly designed in order to transport parachuters and parachutees in order to quickly remove target enemies and target bombs. Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall was made for 4 generations, split between West Berlin and East Berlin. East Berlin was owned by the Soviet Union, West Berlin was owned by USA, and also owned by the UK. And some people tried to escape it, however, they jumped over barriers, and some people tried to escape East Berlin. Escape East Berlin because how bad it was and how bad it actually felt like. Speaking about things that don't feel bad, you have the British Aerospace, shots back here. Basically, a light tank designed to go through heavy off-roading. And of course,
that girl was checking you out.
I know. And this is designed in order to go through heavy terrain. And if you know about World War II, there were literally lots of heavy terrain designed for it. Not only that, but they also have a tracker. And also, just in case for fighting, they also have missiles that you can just send over to their opponents. Literally guaranteeing in order to annihilate anyone. Not only that, but also has a radar control so that it can actually guide the enemies in a correct manner. But however, this is designed in a way that is light, basically having light armor and could just be destroyed by anyone. Light. As being bumping. This is basically remote, basically made by the UK's in order to, well, fight. During the war, they also had peace due to this, and there was always war. And due to this, we saw that the economy was really shit. In fact, people were protesting and kept on protesting about peace, nuclear-free zones, and basically trying to save their humanity from their leaders who want to fucking bomb everything and rebuy everything. And this was basically protests around the world to just end the war. Planes around us are literally modern planes. Modern bomber planes, modern fighter planes, designed in order to attack with big, large machine guns that literally annihilate anyone. It's so amazing to think that the 21st century could just build war machines like these, even though they can't just be used in World War II. Because they didn't, of course, exist. But they also existed cannons that they used in order to properly and also take out anyone with literal high performance. Kind of like the cannons that we use today, but less powerful. You can see over there are World War II jets and also World War II bombers. That one over there is a bomber, that one over there is probably a bomber, and that one actually is an actual private jet that was actually used during World War II in order to transport people and important personnel towards countries to countries. Then sure they were also being followed by, of course, the Allied fighter jets that are mostly used, but it makes it useful itself. So these are all different types of jets. This jet is used in order to take. Okay, I'll pay you. Anyway, so these are mostly jets that take off and land in water. These two actually are earlier versions of jets that have been. Actually, these are all early jets and was between where they actually evolutionized from planes and jet-powered planes. One of the most advanced, torpedo bombers of this type, having literal scanners in it, basically tracking them while they're actually in flight and aiming right at the enemy ship. During the Russian Revolution, you have more videos. During the Russian Revolution, of course, they have lots of money, and it was a great time because people earned the set. They made so that vehicles look like a little bit like these. This one is supposed to be a Volkswagen. These are supposed to be ladders. This one is a ladder, and this one is actually a Mini. It's supposed to look like a Mini, and it is. And nowadays we're basically taken off as that how cheap they are. They are literally very cheap, and therefore multiple people bought it because of the amount of money they actually earned. And of course, it was actually realized inflation until they realized how fucked up they actually made their currency, because their currency was literally falling off, literally making so that due to them actually earning the same, you made so that no matter what job you had, you'd be earning the same as everyone else. Basically, this is basically what is the Soviet Union turned into. Basically, earning the same thing as everyone else, despite the fact that they have a put a job or not. Anyway, so these are the MiG-15s, aka one of the fastest jets that ever actually exist. And To be honest, the big series is actually supposed to be a fast jet made by the Soviet Union in order to, well, outperform and also outmaneuver USA jets, UK jets, basically any jets of its time, so that it can actually go in front of it or behind it and literally attack them. Not only that, but this is actually the biggest, kind of like a big bomber, literally having can actually land in water also. And also that jet right over there is actually is the dynamic F-11F jet. Basically, it's also a striker jet with huge bombs and can also carry huge payload. As you see, that's an airliner, basically taken for World War II and turned into practically airliner. Used to carry soldiers and other personnel. So, thank you guys for actually watching my video. Of course, it took a while to edit because there were a lot of faces in there, especially faces that people actually come from my school. So, I don't want them to actually like complain and go like, oh yes, why you clean my face? I want you to remove this video and remove my face from it and just basically them telling me to just remove the video. And I don't want to do that. So, instead, I just blurred out the face and it took a while. Some videos, of course, had to be in, um, what is it, portrait, and then some had to be in horizontal. It's mostly because how I recorded it, and I never knew for the first couple of videos at the start that they were portrait. I thought they were horizontal, but you know how it is. So I want to thank basically my school for actually taking on this. I have CrossFord for basically allowing us, and not only that, but there is also some conventions there that I'm actually gonna name off right now. Anyway, so and if we're gonna name these off, I'm also gonna explain what it is, and if there's a VR headset, because of course there is. I've named off the specs and how I actually felt about it for each product. Um, Class VR. So basically, Class VR is supposed to be like a headset. Apparently, that is a premium headset, but I felt like it was actually cheap. For example, the camera was absolutely dog shit. It felt like as if it was 2 megapixel. Yeah, sure, the VR was like you trying to experience flying a plane, but it wasn't that immersive. Not only that, but it felt like as if that it was not really tight at the start, but I managed to get tighter, but still the immersion was not there. It felt like it was a Quest 2, but a shittier and much more cheaper option. And for the company, they don't manufacture and mass produce these. And I'm just still confused why they don't do that, even though like their headsets are just shit. It's probably because they want to keep the costs down, as their services are probably free. Sphero Bot Power Rank is mostly supposed to be a Scratch type of thing, a Scratch type of programming language, but like instead you control a robot. You control BB-8, BB-R8, RDD2. You control any robots you want, and any robots they have, you can also control. And I think that they also mass produce these, though you can actually get them from their website, I think. And we play with their balls. I know you're thinking that we touched them. We didn't touch them. We played with the electronic balls. We did not play with. How am I making this sound so sauce? What I mean by that is that we were actually playing with the electronic programming balls. Okay, I can't even describe it. It's literally spheres that you can actually control. And you can also do drag racing with them. I even do demolition derbies with them, like where you try to clash into each other. It was actually quite cool how you could do it. The possibilities are like endless, and it felt like it was really cool. Next up, Minecraft Education Edition. So basically, we got to Minecraft Education Edition. It was actually quite calm. We actually did it in the room where there was dress up, and of course, in this video, I'll probably show myself doing some dress up, and the faces, of course, blurred out because I want to keep my own privacy as long as I can. But anyways, we go to education edition and we supposed to explore about the building about virtual farming, not farming, vertical farming. And vertical farming is mostly when like you take an abandoned building and then turn it into a farmland, basically filling each room up with soil, plants, water, everything that you need so that you can grow plants within them. Basically turning abandoned buildings into a much more efficient way instead of just letting them just corrode to death. Basically, basically, it's actually for this Fearbots. I just realised it's £600. No, that was so was the Prima headset. I don't get it. How is a Prima headset £600 even though it felt like £60? It felt like as if I was using my own mobile phone as a VR headset. It felt like as if I put my own mobile phone as a VR headset and using that in order to teach me. And with this Fearbot, it's basic program, and basically the robotics, yeah, physical robots, and they with his powers of code, and besides, it was literally like £600 for like half day. So basically, our school paid around £600 for these. I know that we also learn about artificial intelligence, how that we play with artificial intelligence. We done lots of crosses. We did tic tac toe, we did rock paper scissors, all those just to train up the AI. And it felt like as if it was a really good experience. Not only that, but there was actually so much historic landscape there, and it was felt like as it was amazing. I would actually recommend if you are in Britain to go to these because these are going to be free, and if you're going to continue to donate, it will stay free for practically forever. I hope so, because I hope the money from the shops they're making, the shops, the merchandise, the cafe, everything, they can actually be spent on keeping it for free. So that's the end of the video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.